Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. As you guys already know, DeFi tokens have been blowing up, and many have provided some insane profits over the last couple months. It's really important that as an investor, we are taking the eye and opportunity to looking into some of these other opportunities that are out there, and DeFi has been the talk of the town. As you guys know, ICOs were insane back in 2017, and this is actually what I'm expecting to happen again this time around with DeFi. Now that we have all of this new money that's going to be flooding into the markets, decentralized finance is going to be the big thing. So today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 DeFi coins that I have active positions in, that I've been investing, and that I think are setting up to be very profitable over the next couple months. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure that you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And always remember, guys, I have the fastest growing and the very best crypto Discord community out there, and it's totally free for you guys to join my server. I would absolutely love it if you guys would sign up. You know, we've hit over 12,000 members, and so it's getting so big, so quick, and it's really cool that you guys can congregate with all the rest of my community, share information with each other, and just discuss crypto in general. All you guys got to do to join is click in the description of this video. There you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord server. Just click on that. It'll redirect you to my server. Once you guys have access, I also offer my more exclusive content like the video course and signals. So if you're somebody that wants to follow along with my educational content that I provide, or if you're somebody that wants to copy my long-term portfolio along with all the trades that I take, make sure that you guys stay all the way to the end of this video, because I'm going to be taking a couple minutes to explain how you guys can sign up, the pros of doing so, and what it's going to take to get you guys going today. Alright guys, we got a lot of really exciting charts. I'm super excited to share with you guys these coins because I'm super confident that these things are going to do really well over the next couple months. So without further ado, let's jump right in the video today. Now, before we jump into too much stuff, I want to give a quick shout out to everybody that actually helped me towards making this video, because I wouldn't have actually known of these coins if it wasn't for a few people. So the first one on the list is going to be Kyle Maclean X, and I hope I'm saying that. I think I am. But this guy's from Canada. He's super, super cool. I really appreciate him because he always shares with me some really cool projects. So make sure you guys go and follow him on Twitter. Check him out. The next one on the list is going to be Chainlink Wizard. This was another dude that's really been helping me out a lot with different calls and signals. He also helped me set up the different exchange. So shout out to this guy. He's really cool. And he's got a lot of really exciting information that he actually shares on Twitter. So make sure you guys check him out as well. And the last one on the list today is going to be Odd Gems. This guy helped me with a couple different picks as well, and so this is another one that he's always sharing a lot of different coins. He's always giving a lot of more fundamental approach, and so these guys are all really cool people to follow, get some information as far as some upcoming projects that are maybe a little bit untalked about. So make sure you guys go check them out. Now next, I'm actually going to drop into how you guys can actually purchase these coins, because it's really important to understand beforehand before we jump into too much crazy stuff with the analysis. The first up on the list is going to be Uniswap. Uniswap is where I've basically been converting Ethereum into most of these DeFi projects. And I haven't been using the Ethereum stack that I already have. I just use like extra either cash and either purchase Ethereum and then transfer it over into these cryptos, or using extra Bitcoin that I have and doing that way. I'm pretty much in hodl mode with all my ETH, so in case you guys were wondering about that. But yeah, Ethereum, you can actually just swap it. And the way that you guys can actually find these tokens, because if you try and search them on Uniswap, you probably won't be able to find some of them. And so the way that you guys counteract that is to actually go over here to Etherscan. And I've actually gone over and already searched a coin. This is DMG, which is going to be the first one on the list today. And so if you ever needed to find one of these, you just search the coin that I talk about today, and then you'd come over here, and then you'd copy the contract address, and then you'd bring it back to Uniswap, and then where it says select token, you'd paste it in here, and you'd actually be able to add it right there. And so just to give you guys a quick little update as far as that goes, now the way that you actually do this is you have to connect the Uniswap to a wallet. Now you guys can download MetaMask, or you guys can use Coinbase wallet itself, and you guys just have to download either of those, but either of these are going to work. If you guys want this actually on your laptop, then MetaMask is a good option. That's probably the most common option. And so yeah, but let's actually jump into the analysis now. And the first one on the list today is going to be DMG. This one is number one on the list because it's the highest market cap coin on the that I'm going to talk about today. But at the same time, I've also talked about it on this channel already, and I have active positions for a while. I started investing into this one back down here at 85 cents. And so I've been pretty much buying since all the way back in the early part of this cycle, and I've just dollar cost averaged the entire way down. I just added to my position at $1.09, which is pretty much where we're at today, $1.08 right now. And so I've gone through and bought more. I like this one for one reason, and the partnerships is the only reason that is. It has partnerships with Coinbase, it has partnerships with Huobi, and it has partnerships with Tim Draper and the Tim Draper Network. Specifically, Tim Draper is one of the big investors, and Tim Draper's network is part of the big investing team behind it. And so for that reason, obviously it's got a lot backing it. If Coinbase is willing to back it, then obviously they're working on some serious stuff. And if you got a Coinbase partnership with a DeFi coin, for me, there's enough hype around DeFi that I think that we could genuinely see, this get added to Coinbase potentially. And that is the ultimate ideal here. And, it doesn't have a ton of circulating supply. Circulating supply is, 250 million total. And so that's really not that much. And that's the max supply. The total circulating supply is only 38 million. And so it's not going to take that much money to actually cascade it into higher price discovery. And so early in the cycle like this, if we have an opportunity of buying a coin before it gets listed on Coinbase, I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity. And so this is DMM, or DeFi Money Market. This is the governance token for that. And so you guys can actually check it out. I'm using CoinGecko to actually look at a lot of these coins. So make sure you guys go look at that. Now, next up on the list today is actually going to be Melon. Now, Melon was given to me by Odd Gems, and I don't think he actually bought any, but I really liked the setup when he told me about it. He said he was interested in buying it. I don't know if he ended up actually pulling the trigger, but I saw this and really, really fell in love with the chart, because pretty much what you have, big impulse from 2018. We crashed into the bear market, and we've had this accumulation, right? This long corrective structure down here. So first off, we have a couple different zones that I'm watching for. So right here, this is support. It's acting as support right now. This was support here. It was resistance here. It was support and resistance here for a second before becoming resistance, and then we flipped this level. So we're still messing with the resistance here, which is at the first one is support at $9.20, and then our resistance is about $17.50. So right now we're within this range. But the thing is, guys, we have a huge wick. This is a bullish pin hammer candle. That's really hard to draw. This is really hard to draw. This is a bullish pin hammer candle where you have this big wick and then the tiny candle body close on the top. It's like a big hammer, right? And so this is a really bullish looking setup because we had this support resistance flip. There's a lot of volume to confirm that breakout. And so I actually went and invested into this. I've bought a little bit of this one down in here. I think that this is going to do really well. And this one, based off the market cycle, it doesn't really have a lot of resistance until you get up to here, this level here, which is about 150%, which is like $40. And then, in my opinion, if we can get up to that level, I don't see why we can't get a short-term pullback and then start heading upwards, of $100 plus. And, this could do a lend where it just goes and breaks into new all-time highs. These DeFi coins are crazy. Don't underestimate them. And so this one is Melon. The next up on the list is going to be Edgeware. Now, Edgeware, this was offered to me by my friend, and I think you guys can actually buy this on IDEX. This is a really cool looking setup, and it's actually getting bought up really quickly. We have this nice bullish engulfing candle on the daily, and so this looks exceptionally well. Now, this is, for you guys that maybe do not know, there is a chain that's being built with a lot of different big players that are investing into this, and it's called Polkadot. And on Polkadot, there's a lot of different side chains that are being built in preparation for the release of this Polkadot ecosystem. And Edgeware is the actual smart contract platform for that. And so I believe it's like the first one or is the one. I don't really know how it works. I'm not big into the fundamentals. This is just what somebody told me. But it's a really early cycle, and we can tell that right here. It just started going parabolic. And so in my opinion, Edgeware is going to continue to do really, really well. We can see a lot of volume in here. For me, guys, if a lot of big players are building inside of an ecosystem, why wouldn't you invest into something like that? And for me, I trust these people because they give me good information. These guys have been making a lot of money in the past. I've watched their trades go up. And so I'm going to continue to just trust those people and make their understand that these people know more about this type of stuff than me in a lot of different ways. Early cycles like this, I can't really chart because I can only practice my analysis. I can look at like what this is forming right now, but at the end of the day, I only have so much price history. And so for me, these are more of like short-term investment positions position trades where, I can buy them, I can make some profit, I can sell my initial investment and just let my profit ride. And, whatever the hell this turns into, it turns into. Maybe some of these pull 1000x returns, maybe some of these do 100x, maybe some of them fail miserably and I lose my money. But, whatever the odds may be, I trust my chances are going to be good and the probabilities are in my favor considering how explosive this market has been. So keep watching out for this one, guys. I think this is going to explode. It looks really good, not going to lie. Maybe buy some more. I might buy some more. I don't know if I'm going to, but anyways, guys, keep an eye out for Edgeware. Alrighty, guys, next up on the list is going to be Mcdex or MCB. You guys can also get this one on, I think the actual... Well, I'm assuming you could probably get it on the Mcdex exchange, but you guys can get it from Uniswap. That's pretty much where I got it. You can get it from Hotbit as well. And so those are the ones that I got it from Uniswap. Uniswap's where I just get majority of all of these. But this is one that was reached out to me from Chainlink, or this was one that was reached out for me from Chainlink Wizard. He said to check out this one. And really all I see is just a really early cycle. This is a one-wave impulse based off of Elliott waves. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And then an A, B, C correction back down. And so actually this is an excellent buy as we speak. A lot of these are actually setting up to be good buys because we just had the sell-off. And so, I've actually bought this one up a little bit higher. I wouldn't mind adding to this position because I didn't really take a big position up here because I saw it was really overvalued. In retrospect, it already pumped a little bit. So I didn't take a huge position, but now that it's lower, I might actually double up. And add to my position down here to make a little bit of profit because this one just looks good, guys. It looks like an early cycle. I'm sure it's just a decentralized exchange if it's called Mcdex because that's just what decentralized exchange means, DEX. And so that's really what I'm going to be watching for is just that this one's going to perform decently well. I trust that these people know what they're talking about. I've bought and invested into some of them that they've already told me and they've done well. So I'm going to continue to trust. And so just understand that when buying these, do this at your own risk. Understand that, I could be wrong. These people could be wrong as well. And especially with these lower cap coins, because this is only a $2.6 million market cap coin. You're going to also understand that if you try and invest a lot of money into these, you're going to have slippage a lot of the time where the price might be affected and it might be adjusted. Whereas if you're using Uniswap, it'll tell you how much and it'll give you a little warning so you don't just automatically buy and just take a huge 10% plus slippage inside of the market. And so Mcdex is the next one on the list, so pay attention to this one. Alrighty, guys, last up on the list today is going to be Relevant or Rel. Now, I'm going to be honest, so the way that I got this one was actually from somebody in my Discord. He reached out to me and he said that Chico Crypto actually talked about this one in one of his videos. I can't confirm because I actually didn't watch the video, but I'm assuming that he definitely did because they reached out and told me that. And so based off of that, shout out to Chico Crypto. I don't actually watch his channel, but you guys can go check him out. He's another YouTuber. He's one of the bigger YouTubers on the space. So you guys can actually go check him out and subscribe to his channel if you find value in what he does. And so he recommended this one on one of his videos apparently, so I don't know which one it is, but you guys can go back and check that out. But yeah, guys, this is one that just looks really, really good. I really like this cycle for a couple reasons. I invested a little bit into this, not that much money, but a little bit. This is called Relevant, and you guys can actually purchase this one on Uniswap as well. This one is just a really early cycle. We had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this A, B, C correction back down, right? And then from this accumulation, we had this big breakout. We got this volume breakout that came in here, and then price expanded, and then we pretty much just came all the way back down to retest those primary lows at the breakout point. This is really conventional of an early cycle that's kind of volatile. When you break out of a descending resistance out of a downtrend, which was this entire move here, when you get a break, oftentimes it'll be really sudden, really quick, impulsive, but then it'll completely reverse that, the majority, if not the entire of that move. And then this thing, we only have 500K in market cap. So guys, that's why I let this one, the last one on the list, is because, I don't trust this one as much. I didn't even watch the video that Chico Crypto talked about, so I don't know if he actually talked about any of the fundamentals behind this coin. I just heard DeFi, and then I looked at the chart and saw that it looked really good, and so I came and bought one. And so this is one that I'm going to be watching out for here. It's really low in retrospect to a lot of these, and so that's kind of why I checked it out. That's why I just trusted that, I buy a little bit of it, I check a little bit out, and I see what happens. Because at the end of the day, guys, we have an opportunity to make a decent amount of money off of some of these, 500K in market cap. If this thing turns into anything big in the slightest, like if this thing hit, 50 million in market cap, how rich would we be off of that investment already? And so that's the type of mindset you got to have when investing into these. These really aren't the type of coins where if you have a small portfolio, you don't really want to try and gamble too much on these low or these higher risk coins. And I mean, maybe that sounds a little counterintuitive considering the fact you have smaller amounts of money to play with, but oftentimes that's a greed type of mindset. And you do want to get greedy in the time where everybody's the most fearful, which right now is a decent time considering, we did just break out of the market cycle with Bitcoin, but overall, the time is still really in disbelief. People are still expecting downside, maybe less so now that we've broken out, but a lot of people were still in very much disbelief and denial about a new bull run. And so now I think that a newfound confidence that's entering the market, you might be able to actually play around with some of these alts and they're going to do really good, especially when we start entering closer to that all-time high mark in Bitcoin. That's when all of the retail FOMO is going to drive a lot of this stuff. And at that point, it won't even make sense. You're going to see projects that are scams going absolutely insane, people having no idea and being completely oblivious to the fact that it's a scam. And you guys should really prepare yourself or protect yourself, which is why I wanted to quickly take some time to explain, how you guys can sign up for my video course and signals, because this is a really good way of doing so. For me personally, when I got into this market, I had no experience with investing, trading, anything. I also didn't really have any money. So I lost a lot of money. I got chopped up a lot. Basically what happened to me is I'd make a bunch of money and then I'd lose it all back. And I'd make a bunch of money and lose it all back. And I'd just repeat these cycles over and over again. And so, when getting into this market, it's important to understand one rule. When getting into it, you're either going to pay the market fee or you're going to pay in education. And the market fee is paying in losses, because that's really the best way to learn. It's really just trial and error. But it really does help if you have somebody that can be there to help you. And that's what my video course is for. It's for people that want to get into this market, that want to learn how to day trade, learn how to invest at the same time, be able to learn all of the technical skills to do actual technical analysis. We're going to go into intermediate stuff, beginner stuff as well, and move on to more advanced things. All of that is going to be provided in there. We're going to go through trend lines, Fibonacci, market cycles, trading plans, risk management, all those types of things. So you guys are really going to get a lot of resource and value inside of that. It's 20 educational videos. So you guys, I also offer the signals for the people that would rather just copy my portfolio. 80% of my portfolio goes to long-term investing and holding, and then 20% I use for short-term swing trading like these DeFi coins. And then that's actually all posted inside of a private chat room inside of my Discord server where you guys get access to that, and you guys can actually copy all of that. You guys can follow all my trades and make these same profits that I am actually doing all the time. So if this sounds interesting to you guys, if you want access to that, it's sold together or separate. It's $1,000 each or $2,000 for both. You guys, I accept credit or debit, or I accept crypto. All you guys got to do to join is click in the description of this video. There you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord server. Once you guys have access, just shoot me a message or shoot any of the 6 moderators a message, and I will be here to get you guys started on the right path of profiting today. With all that being said, guys, thank you all so much for the support. I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.